All right, so we're going to talk about evaluating expressions, but first we have to go over some basic vocabulary. So a variable is a symbol for an unknown number. So some examples are like x, or x, y, z, whatever letters you could think of, okay? Coefficients are a number used to multiply a variable, okay? So examples might be like 3x, and the 3 is the coefficient, or -7y, and -7 is the coefficient, or 1/2 z, and the 1/2 is the coefficient. Terms are a number, could be a variable, or the product of numbers and variables. Okay, so it could be just a number, could be just a variable, or a mix of both. So terms are separated by addition or subtraction, okay? And then there's special terms called like terms, which they are exactly alike. So that means the same variable raised to the same power. Coefficients can be different, and constants are alike terms. Okay, so if you need to get all that down, pause, but otherwise I'm going to keep on going. So terms are things separated by plus or minuses, right? So let's look at which are separated by plus or minus. So each one of these is a term because it's separated by a plus or minus. So to save time, I'm just going to write all of them. Okay. Which of the following are like terms? So like terms are things that are the same, right? So here's an x, and here's an x. Here's a y, and here's a y. Ending 8 doesn't have another constant. So our like terms are -4x and -x, as well as 2y and y. Okay, so we have two sets of like terms because they're the same. They're both x's. They're both x to the first power. Again, coefficients, the number in front, don't matter. All right, coefficients. Coefficients are the numbers in front. The numbers in front of a variable. And if there's no number written, there's an implied 1. My coefficients are -4. 8 doesn't have a coefficient, -1, +2, and a +1. If we go just right in order. Constants are just numbers. So no x's, no y's, just numbers. So my constant is just going to be 8 then. Okay. So let's talk about steps to evaluating expressions. So now that we have reviewed the basic definitions, now we have to apply those definitions. So we plug in anywhere you see that variable, and then we simplify. And what I mean by that is add, subtract, multiply, divide, whatever in PEMDAS order, and more specifically, left to right. Okay, so looking at this example, we want to evaluate. We know that x is -2. So anywhere I see x in here, I'm going to plug in a -2. So I'm going to have 3, and I'm plugging in this -2, in for the x times -2 plus 4. Now we have to follow PEMDAS, right? PEMDAS. So we do multiplication first. 3 times -2 is -6 plus 4. Now we go left to right. And we do -6 plus 4 is -2. Okay. So looking at the next one, we see 2x plus 5x minus 12. We know that x is -2, so anywhere I see x, I plug in -2. So try that one on your own right now. Hopefully you got to here. We plugged in the 2 for the x both times, and then we have to multiply because that's what PEMDAS. Once we multiply, then we go left to right, and we do 4 plus 10 is 14 minus 12 is 2. Okay. All right, so I want you to try example 6 all on your own. All right, so hopefully you plugged in the 3 for the y, you multiplied, and then you went left to right. You should get x is -10.